Alright, now here are my Wii U slash Wii pickups. So let's see here. Let's see. We'll go. Let's go to the Wii first. First of all, this is a cool little game I picked up. Some Trauma Center. I haven't played too much of this. I think I only played the opening level, or something like that. But I came across it. It was very fun. It was a very interesting experience. I heard a lot about this online and online reviews and stuff. It's a very interesting game. I know it started out on the Nintendo DS, but I thought, I was on the Wii. I saw it level up for my games started level up for those who are wondering. Anyway, I saw it there for really cheap. I think it was Precious Line. I saw it for $5 here. It was well worth the shot, but I have to say, it's a very fun game. I'll have to play more of this too as time goes on. Okay, now this is another very interesting game. Fortune Street. It's kind of like Nintendo meets Monopoly. I should say, because I shouldn't say just Nintendo, because this was collaborated on with Square Enix. I don't know if you can see that too well. But so as you can see by the box art, they have, as well as Nintendo characters, they have characters from the Dragon Quest games, or Dragon Warrior or whatever. But to me, it's Dragon Quest now. But anyway, this is kind of like those two meet Monopoly, and that's just being the basic part, because you can do a lot more than just. Of course, you like Monopoly, you can buy properties and stuff and charge people for letting on them. But it goes much more beyond that, and it's really insane. In fact, there's even a stock market of sorts in this game. But I haven't done that because there's two modes of play. I've been playing the easy mode. Actually, it's not really easy. That just refers to if I played in the standard mode, then there'd be more rules like the stock market and stuff. But I'm kind of taking it easy. That's why I'm playing in easy mode. And easy mode is more like Monopoly, where you can let it, and actually it goes above that. By if you do multiple, if you have multiple properties side to side, next to each other, they go up in value too. Actually not up in value, but they go, the rent for them increases just being next to each other. But you can also make them go up otherwise. But anyway, I'm getting too ahead of myself on this, but I'll have to review this for an episode one of these days too. But anyway, moving on. Who are you gonna call? You know what? Ghostbusters! Okay, anyway, about this game, I actually do have this. I bought this back in the day for the Xbox 360. I still have that copy, but I really, truthfully, I don't, I stopped playing it for a while, but then the reason why I got this one is, me, I'm a really big Nintendo fan. And granted, actually after playing this one, I gotta say, I think to me, this is the more better version of the two, of the PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii version. Granted, the Xbox version has the more realistic looking characters, but in this game, the Wii version, they still have they still have Bill Murray, Harold Ramis, the late Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, and I think Ernie Hudson. I'm sorry, I can't feel bad. I think the Ernie Hudson guy. The four main actors from the Ghostbusters movies put their voices in this, lent their pipes or their voices in this game. Even though, as you can see, they have a more cartoony look to them, but that doesn't mean the game is bad. This is an excellent, fun game, and I like it because with the Wii mode, I think to me, with the Wii mode, you can actually be more pinpoint. I think it's much more satisfying using the Proton Pack with the Wii mode than it is with the dual analog of the HD Twins. But I really think, and plus what's cool about this is, whereas the HD Twins had, PS3, Xbox 360, had online multiplayer. But to me, about this game, this is the only version, even though it doesn't have online multiplayer, it has local multiplayer. So you can play up to 2 people, can play the co-op, can play the single player, can play the campaign mode in co-op, which I think is much cooler, to me anyway, because I like. Granted, the online, I did play the other online multiplayer of Ghostbusters on the 360. It was alright, but I would love to play, like, I can understand a mode like this had, where you could play local or couch co-op, and just have, a friend can just bust ghosts together, which would be cool. But anyway. Okay, moving on to Wii U games. We're on the Wii U now. It's of Assassin's Creed. Now what's cool about this one is, I actually found this on most of these Wii games I'm showing off. I got them on Amazon for really cheap. So actually this was about like 20 or 19 bucks on Amazon. And I've really been liking it so far. It's a cool little open, it's open world like the other ones are. And it makes me sad that Ubisoft, even though to me, I've been hearing the Wii U, I love the Wii U, and it makes me disheartens me that Ubisoft doesn't, there's not like a new Assassin's Creed game is in the cards for the Wii U. Even though Watch Dogs is going to come out, and I really want to get the Wii U version, but it just saddens me because playing playing the Assassin's Creed 4 on the Wii U, it's really fun. I like it, and I like using the gamepad, even though it's mainly for the map. But it's kind of cool. That's kind of nice not having to look at the main screen. I can just look at the gamepad and go, oh hey, that's cool. But it has other things too, which is cool. But I really like to support. When a developer comes out with a game on a Nintendo console, I would love to do my best to support it, because the Wii, it saddens me that so many, all these developers, they kind of overlook the Wii U, and it's a really, and I really like it, and it has a lot of power, even though it's not as powerful as the Xbox One and the PS4, which I call them the PC twins. But developers, but I would really love to see. I really hope the Wii U does a lot better. And thankfully, I've been hearing it's been doing a lot better lately too, which is good. I really hope more of the developers will go back to it and go, hey, maybe we should make awesome games for this. But anyway, I'm kind of espousing off a bit. I'm kind of ranting a bit. So I'll go back to showing off. Anyway, I'm ranting a bit. So let's moving on. Speaking of Ubisoft, this also I got cheap on Amazon for about less than 20 bucks. And I love this. I know this came out for the HD twins and the PC twins, but I think this is the more superior. I like this version of that. I haven't played the other ones, but I like this one because you can use at certain points in the game, at certain levels in the game, you switch off to Murphy, and it's cool as you have to look at the gamepad to clear the level. You can't look at the main screen because you have to, let's say you play, when you play as Murphy, Rayman or whoever it could be Rayman or the computer player will go automatically. So you have to clear a path for the player to go on. So like if you, let's say you be as Murphy and let's say you're helping Rayman. Although you're not playing as Rayman, but you have to cut bridges for him, or you can even these enemies where they're these big tough enemies. So you use the touchpad to tickle the enemy, and he laughs, and then Rayman will go bamity and take him out. So it's a really cool way. This is one of the best ways that they've used the gamepad yet in this game. So if you see this online or at a store cheap somewhere, please pick it up, and I will definitely have to do a review of this one sometime too. So good stuff. Okay, moving on. And now also, and this is another game I've been really liking, Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. And I really want to get the 3DS version of this because I know in this one you can do cross-play. You can do cross-play. So you can save your data on one game and transfer it to another, which would be really cool because I plan to, as I know if you don't know, over last year my 3DS was lost. So hopefully I'm gonna get a new one, and I want to get this game on the 3DS so I can do like, so I can, if I go so far in this version, I can transfer the save to the 3DS and go a bit further in there, and cross save. So that'd be really cool. And I know they're making a Monster Hunter 4, but it's not out yet. So I've been really liking this. This is a really fun game, really fun stuff. And I would highly suggest if you see this sheep, pick it up. It's fun. Okay, now this is another fun game. I got what's a Wii U game? What's a Wii U? What's excuse me? What's a Nintendo system without Donkey Kong? And this too is really fun. I really been liking this one as well. This is really fun. I've really been liking this. The platforming feels good. And it's cool that the composer who did the music for Donkey Kong Country did the compositions for this game. And by Donkey Kong Country, I mean the SNES Donkey Kong Country. So yeah, this is just wonderful. Just a wonderful game so far. Good stuff. This is another. See, I love platformers, especially 2D platformers. So this was wonderful, and I'm really liking this so far. Good stuff. Finally, last but not least. Oh wait. By the way, before we go, I have a late ad, but I'll get in fact, before I introduce this last game, totally forgot. I almost forgot. Kirby! Yay! Kirby! This also, I know, going back to the Wii for a second, totally forgot about this. I'm looking at I want to introduce my last Wii U, but I was about to introduce my last Wii U game I got for last month, but I totally forgot to put this. Now this is cool. This I got again on Amazon for really cheap, and this is basically all of the two Game Boy games, the two Game Boy platformers, the one NES Kirby Adventure, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Land 3, and even the N64 Kirby 64, the Crystal Sarge, are all on here. Plus, it came in a nice little package. So there's even like a little buck full of behind the scenes stuff. And this comes with a CD as well, with a little compilation soundtrack CD, which is awesome. So if you see, if you like Kirby, please give this a shot. And I know Nintendo recently just announced a new Kirby game they're making for the Wii U, which is pretty cool. So this is really good pickup, good stuff. Now, last but not least, I got this. This has been taking up a good chunk of my time usually, and that, my friends, is good old Mario Kart 8. This needs no introduction. This is wonderful. This has just been a treat to play. The online is awesome. The new racetracks are cool. And this is just an awesome game. And please pick this up if you haven't done so already. If you don't have a Wii U, if you have a Wii U, if you have a Wii U, pick this puppy up. This is awesome. It's excellent fun. So. Okay, on to some now coming up. I'll get on now. Let's see what else. Now I think on to my NES and my other pickup. And here we go. And finally, last but not least, I've got an NES game recently. And what did I get you say? Well, I got some Mike Tyson's Punch Out. How about that? I haven't played too much of this game. I figure I really want to give this a shot, so this is cool. I can't wait to play more of this bad boy. Did I just make some kind of pun right there? Bad boy, Mike Tyson. Anyway, good stuff. Finally, okay, now I'll show you. I got these are just basically graphic novels I picked up at my local game store, Level Up Games, which you should totally visit if you live in my neck of the woods or in the Minnesota area. Anyway, the first one I'll start off is Mega Man Breaking Point. This is fun, even though I have most of these in I actually have the actual comics that I actually have. The actual comic when they came out, but I wanted them in this form, so I won't wreck the comics I have. The actual individual issues at one time. I wanted to keep the individual issues safe. So I could just read this. And this here, basically, in this breaking point. At the time when they were doing the issues here, they were working on a Sonic Mega Man crossover, which I'll get to anyway. I'll get to that in a second. But what's cool is compliment, so the Sonic Mega Man crossover is really cool. And here they have the beginning. They have it before it happens, and then they have after it happens. In the epilogue, I think the epilogue to what they call the Worlds Collide storyline has segues into the new storyline as they did about Ra Moon, which is this evil sentient robot, or so this I think robot, I don't think you can call him that, who makes an EMP pulse that disables all the world's electronic devices. But anyway, I'm not going to get too much on that. If you please read, those are, the storyline is cool, but I won't get into it. But this is cool. This is awesome. Speaking of the Sonic Mega Man crossover, I picked up the second issue, the second part of it. This is the second compilation. And this is basically, if the back is any reason, this is awesome. You got Sonic facing off against the Genesis unit, from Wily Wars, and Mega Man facing off against some of the roboticized masters in this issue. Because I guess I was wondering who the heck are the roboticized masters. Basically, in this Worlds Collide Sonic Mega Man crossover, as you know, Dr. Wily and Dr. Robotnik were able to meet up, and so they can use their both of the different technologies to turn Sonic's friends into roboticized masters. So I'm not going to get too much into that, but this is, I'm just missing, I know there's one more part. I have part 1 and this is part 2, but part 3 is coming. I can't wait to add that to the collection, add that to my growing graphic novel collection. In fact, by the way, all you boys and girls, in this compilation here, in this second part, there's even a Vector Man reference, but I'll let you find that out. I'll let you find where that is. For those of you Sega fans out there who really know their games. So anyway, and last but not least, the last of my pickups. Lately I have never picked. I had heard about the New 52 reboot of DC Comics, in which they basically rebooted the whole DC Comics universe. It looked pretty cool, and I had looked at some of them, online, pictures of them and all that. But I thought, I'll give this a shot. I wanted to see what it was all about. So, this was also about, last but not least, I picked up the beginning of the New 52 of Superman. This is the reboot of Superman, which I thought was pretty cool. I'm a big Superman fan, and I really wanted to see what it was all about. I was happy that my local, again, Level Up Games really had this to get. And I've been reading this a little bit, but it's really fun to read this. It's kind of cool seeing how they redid Superman for the modern time, which is really neat. So I really enjoyed this. I really feel that it's I'm not I don't know my comics as well as I think I do. I don't know comics as well as I should, but this has been a really treat to read. I've probably become Superman all over again. So good stuff. Well, anyway, that's all my pickups. I know it's a little long, but hopefully I will start producing pop again. I just wanted to say, hey, I'm back, and I finally moved, and it's awesome. And I also will do a kind of a game room and game, my game collection video one of these days too. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and finally I can say, stay tuned for the next episode.